Rules Committee, everybody's present with the exception of Commissioner Anderson, and I think he's on his way. So, it's just time for prayer, so let's pray. Our Father, who art the hope of all the earth, remember us in love and guide us by thine wisdom. We ask thee to grant blessings upon thy servants, our community leaders, our county mayor, our commissioners, our city mayor, and councilmen. Bless us with wisdom, goodness, and truth. May law and order, justice, and peace prevail. Defend our liberties, preserve our unity, protect our county. To the honor of thy holy name.
Amen.
Hey, the first item is approval of June 18th, 2024 Rules and Legislative Committee minutes.
So moved. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Public comment period, is anybody, I noticed two of you signed in. I don't know if you want to speak to the Rules Committee or maybe law enforcement, but if anybody wants to speak, okay. Okay, if they're welcome to do so now. There being none, we'll go on to the considerations and the recommendations. The second item is consideration of placing the minutes from the June 27th, 2024 Special Call Commission meeting on the August 13th, 2024 Commission agenda.
Make a motion, we place that on the agenda without a recommendation.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Next item is consideration of placing the July 11th, 2024 Commission minutes on the August 13th, 2024 County Commission agenda.
Make a motion, we place those on the agenda.
Second.
And a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Next is the consideration of placing the notary applicants on the August 13th, 2024 County Commission agenda as requested by County Clerk Donna Thomas.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The Veterans Report was enclosed. I don't know if Mr. Ely's here or not, but, okay, good. Well, he is in the corner. Slipped in on me. But I'll get to it in just a second. I'll go and say there were 64 veterans that came by his office in June, and there were 24 veterans that were transported to VA hospitals. And if you got anything to update us?
There's really nothing to update as far as these numbers. I am going to be changing the format just a little bit and broadening for it more transparent to what we do in the office.
Okay, that'd be fine. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you, sir. Okay, I guess, is there, we need to approve that. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The next two reports are for our information only. The clinic report, community clinic in June. The medical report, they saw 126 patients, and on the dental side, they saw 96 patients. So, does anyone have any questions or comments about the clinic report? And we'll go to the next one. The next one is the Ag Center report, and we have Mr. Anderson here.
Yeah, we had a meeting, and thanks to everybody that came out to the fair last night. It was the opening of the fair. We had a really good turnout. We got that front building painted, like several commissioners got to see it last night. It looks really good. It's white and makes it, doesn't have that dated look to it, but hopefully, we need the rain, but let's hope we don't rain the fair out in the process, but we sure do need some rain. But other than that, we got the new tables and chairs, so we've got all that fixed up. We got all that done for the fair. But I want to thank, real quick, Mark Clanton in the Highway Department, because when I got out there last night, usually dust is a huge problem, and last night he packed it down so nice there wasn't any. Greg, I think you'll agree with that.
Agree.
He did a wonderful job, him and his guys. And the fair, I think that building they built out there, if y'all hadn't looked at it, it matches the Ag Center. It doesn't stand out. It's everything fits perfect with the barns. It looks really good. And they got that stage fixed. It was an issue. I mean, it really was. And they did a really nice job. And I commend Matt and those guys at the fair board for doing a really nice job out there. And hopefully we're going to have a good rest of the week
And
out
the
there.
concrete floor in there makes a big
Yes,
difference. to all that,
absolutely.
and not as much dust around.
But I thought the parking lot in particular, you know how it
Yep,
looks
yep,
dusty with
yep,
all the
yep.
trucks and you're bringing cattle, and this time Mark had it
Yeah.
Mark and his guys did a wonderful job, and I just want to thank them for it.
Any other comments or questions concerning the fair? They did have a nice book. It's one of our local fairs been as good about as any outside of Wilson County, in the lower mid-state for sure. They got a nice saying, it says farm gate to the dinner plate. And boy, is that true. We owe a lot to our farmers, and it's nice to have a Bedford County fair where everybody can get together. We are missing Judy Gamble this year. She had been the originator 25 years ago of the fair. She served for all of those years as president or secretary or some capacity, and I know they missed her. She developed a lot of relationships with the vendors and the fairgoers, community leaders, other elected officials there, and I think they've dedicated the fair this year in memory of Judy Gamble.
I will say something else, Commissioner Fair. It's impressive the young people that I see volunteering out there, which is always a good thing. And they had a nice group of a lot of young people out there that were volunteering and helping work too, and teaching kids. And that's another thing. This fair teaches agriculture to some kids that have never seen it before. And that's a really nice bonus to the fair, if you will.
Yes. Now, it is going on. Last night was opening night. It goes through the 20th. So I think Saturday
Saturday night.
Saturday night is.
The tractor pull, I think, is Thursday night.
Thursday
That's
night.
always a big event.
Senior Day's Wednesday, tomorrow.
Tomorrow's senior day, correct.
And the mullet contest is also on Thursday night, too.
Okay, good. Any other comments? We're gonna know every day at the fair. Good for the Rules Committee. They're keeping up with the Bedford County Fair. Okay, any other questions or comments concerning the fair? But it is well run, and it's a great thing to attend. Okay, the homeless task force, I think Commissioner Hooker has got one last hoorah, maybe.
All right, Mr. Chair, wanted to first off say thank you to the Rules Committee because you supported us over the last year and a half. We did close out the homeless task force at our last meeting. We have reached a point in time now to where we want to involve a lot of the community. And so we are switching over to a work group. It's going to be a community work group to involve a lot of the people that have already spent a lot of time and effort to work on the homeless group, as well as a lot of our nonprofits. Again, I want to say thank you, especially to Mr. Toby Sneed, who's volunteered a lot of his time to help us bring a lot of different ideas from outside the county, specifically in Rutherford County. And I did want to take just a second to thank all the members that did dedicate a year and a half of their time to be able to work on this, to be able to talk about it, and then also bring this light to our community and bring it to the forefront. So those members include yourself, Commissioner Fair, Commissioner Anderson, Misty Peller, Chris Cook, Pastor Jeff Rasnick, Councilman Gary Hale, David Parker, Leticia Diaz, Brian Stevens, Pastor Jimmy West, Kelly Smith, Amy Peterson, Lindsay Wiley, and Yolanda Marble. Those were all individuals that dedicated a lot of their time and effort to be able to research, look at things, and they were true dedication to their community. I appreciate the city for meeting with us for multiple times to be able to take on some of our recommendations. Again, thank you as the Rules Committee and the rest of the commission for what you did to support that. Again, this is not an issue that we're going to put aside. We're just shifting gears to be able to involve more people from the public. And now we're going to take our information that we gathered over the last year and a half, and we're going to start to attack some specific goals. So again, I'll continue to update you as we have things in the area. But again, I just wanted to thank everybody that was on that committee and everybody that helped support us.
Let me ask you a question, Commissioner
Yes,
Hooker,
sir.
real quick. Have you had any other towns reach out to you about what we tried here? Specifically, I had two commissioner friends of mine, one I went to college with, and one of them I just know in Coffee County, reached out, and I said, well, I can get you in touch with Commissioner Hooker, and I think they're starting to have a problem in Tullahoma that they have not had in the past. And they're trying to reach out and trying to see some stuff, maybe we could share information with Tullahoma and Coffee County.
Yeah, we have spoken with several of the churches over in Tullahoma that are kind of spearheading that. Actually went over and attended one of
Okay,
their
good.
meetings. And so, again, we're continuing to be open. We want to work with other communities to find out what's working in their community. And again, we'll be happy to communicate and collaborate on the things that we're doing. Again, we're looking at a lot of the states and cities that are very successful in doing this. Houston being the most recent one that we're seeing that are moving towards some of those things. But again, we've got a lot of volunteers and a lot of people. This was a great community thing because we used to have probably for most of our meetings between 15 and 20 people from the community to show up, ask questions, and participate. And so we're just very excited to continue moving forward with this. But again, we felt like it was a good time to shift from a task force over to a work group to where we now can meet with people in the community and do things on the ground, and it should speed the process up.
Okay, Dwight, I want to thank you as well, Mr. Hooker, because there's several different entities and groups here, and you were able to bring them together. Without that initiative, I don't believe we'd ever connected all those dots, from the churches to Toby Sneed, from actually doing these things in Rutherford County, to the school board and and help through that, lay us on, and then the other two people that are in government. So you're to be commended because you've connected those 5 different people together, and then they can go from there. And you're to be commended for that, and I'm doing it right now, so thank you.
Thank you for that. And again, that's how we're going to fix any problem we have in this community, is working together as a city and county, along with our community, and then working together as a commission. So thank you so much.
Okay, old business, we only got one thing, and it's the biggie. It's been in Commissioner Yaki's side, and she's been, I guess, I looked at the last time. I looked at some old, and I dug up the first ones when we updated them. It was August the 20th in '09 was the first time we updated from '02. And then I looked at when we started, and it was March. So it was slow then, and it's still slow now. If you could do it, it's 6 months, so that's gonna be about what it is now. But I did pull this back up I read both of them through several times over the last week and compared the two. And Commissioner Yaki and Ginger Bobo Shaw to be commended. There was a lot on their plate, and they did. I also dug up suggestions from Charlie Curtis, and they did too. She had checked off the list. You can see before she gave it to us, they'd checked it off. But I went through the 38 things there, and they apparently are in there. I found them all, or as was noted on them, they didn't apply. So, again, I'm commending the work that they've done, but now the ball's in our court, and we've got to look at them, we've got to review them as the rules. It's our responsibility to do that, and I think we need to, I've got 2 or 3 concerns. I don't know if we need to get them here, but I think, and I'd like to do it right now, try to get a time, and we need to invite everybody when we can sit down for a study session and review of just a few things, not many. Most of them are good. I didn't find but about 3 or 4 places that I had concerns, but I'd like to be able to do it in a study session. I just don't think it's all right to do it in an open meeting, but I don't want to take up people's times. There's 2 committees behind us, law enforcement and courthouse and property, and I'd like to try to figure out now when would be a good time for us to meet and the public would be invited. But I don't know when. It could be this month, of course, there's not but a couple of weeks left, or it could be, the week that we're meeting, that we start the big commission meeting. We need to meet before we meet again because it needs to be pushed on just as quick as we can. I'd like to meet maybe during the week that the next commission meeting is, which we just said it. So, but I don't know, what do y'all think? You look through and I don't know what to decide right now, but we need to do it in a study session. It's my
What if we
wishes
did
to
on
do it.
Monday? Is that a holiday or something?
We just need to
No,
make
you know
sure
what?
that Commissioner Epperson, which he works all the time,
I'm gonna
and
be out of
Commissioner
town.
Yeah, that's
Anderson
true, the 13th.
can be there, and some other people
So
can
we
have
could
some
either do it the week
input.
before, or we could do it.
I'm
Where
mental
are you out of
Vasco.
town?
I'm mental Vasco.
Okay, what about the week before?
Yeah, I'll
About this
be here
week?
around, yeah.
What about Tuesday, August the 6th, and we do it at 5 or 5:30?
If we can get in the courthouse, I won't do it here. I don't know if the courthouse
I
be
mean,
open.
I can
Will
do-
it?
Can we open it?
Okay.
I can do that. I mean, can you do
Is
that?
that okay?
Will you
That's
be
okay
here?
with me.
Yeah, the
It's all
main
right.
thing's y'all.
August
I can do it
August
anytime.
6th?
5:30 on Tuesday the 6th. That's okay with everybody.
Yeah, what time?
Which
Y'all want to do 5 or 5:30?
5 o'clock, fine.
I can do 5.
Okay.
I'll just leave early.
All right. Is that good?
That's good to me. It's
Okay.
just up to the committee. Yes, sir.
No. It'll come back
Right.
to this committee and then go.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's going.
Absolutely.
No. It'll be another month after that.
That'll
probably.
give all the commissioners time to be able to come too, to the study session if they want to come.
They won't come, sure.
Okay, well, I've had a lot of commissioners and feedback on the resolutions. The resolution that we had, particularly in May, was not acceptable to several commissioners, and they said that needs to be addressed. I haven't done it yet, but it's not addressed the way they stand now. But I think that would be an area, as I've already commented, they did a great job, and it's nearly over a page on conflict of interest. I mean, that is hard to understand. We're in Model 81, the Financial Act of 81, and it's pretty specific on conflict of interest in there, which is good. But outside of that, before this, the Ethics Committee was the main person that would be responsible. So we need to make sure that's, and I looked at the Ethics Committee.
What about
and
the road board?
I
Do
think
we
it's
still have, Mayor,
elected.
do we still have a road board? Okay.
I think it's elected. It's not
It
under
is
our
elected.
jurisdiction.
File the papers, it would take a general assembly, I think, to dissolve that, but it couldn't be done by this cycle. I know the road superintendent, Mark Clayton, and the county attorney have been looking at that, but agreed, they're elected currently as it sits, so it's outside of our jurisdiction, but there is a potential to dissolve it in the future.
Okay.
I'm not for dissolving it by any means, but that'll let them do it. But I was concerned about that, and then I thought they're elected, so that doesn't come under appointed people as it does with the commission. Then I had another question or two on just a small matter, but we can parse it out. The Ethics Committee wasn't enough detail in there. I think right now we need, I think we're using the standing committee chair people and the other, and I think there's 5 members. That's not listed in there, and that needs to be in the rules somehow. Of course, I had some questions about the road board, but then I asked around, they said, well, they're elected and they're not under us. They weren't under the old ones, and that was the reason why. I should have known, but I didn't. And then there's a few other questions about, I had people, we've always been able to, 2 commissioners have always been able to put matters on the commission. A few of the commissioners, we've got some new ones, thought that needs to be within their own committees. Oftentimes, you've got people just outside of the committees putting things on, and I don't know if that's appropriate or not. I don't know, it just needs to be looked at.
Let's talk about the study session. That'd be good.
Yeah, we will in the committee. I'm just saying,
Right.
I've had people that's complained to me about that. And some of that was from the May meeting. I'm telling you, that May meeting turned me around a little bit as well. But anyhow, we'll parse through it and do the best we can. Okay, we got the date down, right?
Got the date down.
Okay, is there any other?
5 o'clock,
5
August
o'clock,
6th.
August 6th on Tuesday.
Here, right?
Yes, we'll do it.
Bring your-
Here, we're doing it here.
Sack.
We're doing it here. I was gonna say Duck River.
Yeah.
Okay, is there any other announcements, any other business come before the Rules Committee?
Just reiterate, go to the fair, support the fair, get out. A lot of people work awful hard out there. And if you don't just go but one time, go one time and get out there. And the beef producers have a really good ribeye steak sandwich. If nobody's tried it, you try it.
I had
is
it last
awful.
night. It was awful
It is awfully
good.
good. The beef producers do a good
Big
job.
producers have a ribbon.
It's
Ribeye
good.
steak sandwich, always awesome.
And it's like $7. Well, where'd you go get a sandwich like that for $7?
Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very good.
y'all.
If you go, you gotta get one.